Okay, I don't know how to do this better. I tried to download recording software to have this pre-recording, and maybe I could do this through Wondershare as I had the icon up here right now, but it's like I'm so used to not doing recording and going live and talking about these things that I don't really want to indulge into going to download whatever application I need to for a pre-recording and put it out online and talk about something that should be discussed live anyway, and it shouldn't be an issue. But apparently with YouTube, it's always an issue to talk about something that does not make their pockets fat. But I don't want to go too much about my complaints about downloading recording software to talk about and discuss YouTube. However, this question regarding YouTube is YouTube racist? Are they racist? You know, it's just a trending thing as of late where everyone is trying to have a discussion about racism and YouTube and the favoritisms that have been obviously shown across the board and regarding YouTube on how they pick certain creators to be uplifted in the front page versus those who have potential and family friendly and whatnot. You know, none other than like yours truly, Corey X Kenshin. So are they picking favorites is a yes. But then it would be kind of a sketchy answer to give if I said yes. I would have to describe it. Because if you have someone that's by the books, they're censoring themselves in order for them to have any form of real, actual, ideal standing on your platform, you would think to represent that person, bar none. Put them up there on the spotlight in order for them to get more attention. You know, represent this person's videos and you know, keep them going. You know, give them more energy and praise them even if you want. You, not my business. I'm just saying personally, have someone been by the books and censoring themselves as much as they have been to a certain degree to where they want to make it family friendly, and it's my platform, you best believe you're going to be on the front cover all day, every day. Difference between me and certain other folks is that had I been president, I've said this multiple times before, all social medias will be abolished. This is cancerous to American society. Look at how it's eroding away with your First Amendment rights. These people truly believe that they are the bosses of you, that they can control what you say and what you do. They don't need to have any more power than they already have. In fact, they don't need to have power at all. The power isn't supposed to be in their hands. It's supposed to be in the hands of the people. You, the people. Ain't that right? But not to go too far from the topic, is YouTube racist? Could be. Are they picking favorites? Yeah, you can see that. Who are their selected favorites? That's a interesting question. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer any of those. And I'm dead serious about this because it's like, if you don't know, which is the scarier part about this, you never know if these companies are undergoing an ideology to where they are picking a certain favorite individual and if they are even liking that individual in the first place, or individuals that look like that individual. You don't know. We've seen it many times before. We've seen it multiple times happening, even in certain instances where you're even in the workplace, and it could be like for a fast food restaurant. Hell, you might see some instances where you could have a conversation with the manager, or you might snoop in on what your manager is saying, and you might hear some form of racist dialogue coming from. You normally wouldn't expect that to come out of them because the manager is a manager for a reason. They're there to manage things on the shift and assert your authority in a sense to make sure the lesser employees are doing their job, and write them up if they don't. YouTube is a lot of people's jobs on here. These folks create content. This is their job. They are looking to not only enjoy what they're doing, but this is their full-time thing, bro. This is how they have gotten a lot of folks following them, and how they have gotten advertisements and sponsorships. They got all forms of people's attention. I was looking at more of a reaction on a reaction on a reaction. It's kind of reactionception, but this is the two brothers I was looking at. Obviously sponsoring Corey Kenshin. And Omega Pro was giving his words on the events that was unfolding when Corey dropped his video. Now this is a very important video to listen to, and I advise you to go to Corey X Kenshin's video and listen to the raw, unedited version of, well, I wouldn't say unedited because he always does edits. Sometimes he clips it in between to make it so that it doesn't have like a drawn out pause, and he would be thinking about a certain instance where he is, you know, starting off a sentence and then moving on to another one. But it's fine. We all do that, except me to a certain point, because I don't even know how to edit like that. Be real. I should have an editor, but I don't want one because I typically go live and talk about these things like so. I make mistakes every now and again, but it's like we're human and we are to strive for perfection like our Heavenly Father is into heaven perfect. But speaking of perfection, you got this damn near perfect individual up here who censors himself on purpose so that he doesn't have any unfamily friendly videos for consumption, and anybody can watch Corey. Anybody. Likeable guy is a very influential individual. I'm not sure why he's facing all these problems and why these problems have to be more, I suppose, why does he have to be hit with these types of pressures? And he's not the only one. Not the only one. But there are certain instances where blacks at a certain degree will get targeted if they do not speak on the behalf of or the support of a certain ideology on this platform. That I say is amazing. It is freaking amazing. Liberals have taken over YouTube a long time ago. Whenever this censorship and this, no, it started whenever the copyright policies was implemented. That's whenever liberals started taking over YouTube. Because YouTube didn't always used to be like it. It was fun. But now it's turned so far left that is off the damn edge. Off the cliff. It went so left, it went south. It's going down now. Literally saying hello to Satan. and Hades and whoever the hell could be in the underworld. But a certain ideology is being represented here that if it doesn't speak on the behalf of uplifting certain aspects of the corporation here at YouTube Inc., there's something wrong with you and you don't deserve to have a voice. They're trying to make sure that they can assert as much power as they can when dealing with people like Corey and even like Omega here. You can go ahead and check out Omega Pro's reaction to the video. See, right down here, he's a 106K subscriber individual. Got a check mark on his name. One thing you guys need to be highly critical on is make sure the check mark is next to these individuals' names, and don't subscribe to anybody that has their name but is not check marked. I don't know why YouTube is notorious full of those bots and why those bots aren't deleted and flagged, and they're all over the place. But the instance of what Corey had to suffer is when his video, The Mortuary Assistant, was taken down because of an age restriction. I wouldn't say taken down, it's still up, but it was just hit with an age restriction. Now, when you get hit with an age restriction, it doesn't have that much, I suppose, outreach as it should. I'm not sure as to why you would get hit with an age restriction when you're an adult and you're not even in the kids section, so I'm not sure why would you even do that. YouTube, why would this be something of an instance to where you would hit it with an age restriction and make it not suitable for kids? What better way to say you're shadow banned than just hit it with an age restriction? Let's be honest. There's no reason to do this, but you did it anyway. Could have even had a conversation with Corey about it. You know, you got this man is always #1 trending. Every time he drops a video, he's #1 trending. But at least, to some regard, you would at least have a conversation with the guy. Just call him up and be like, hey, this video has something that I completely disagree with, that our company is not for company policy. I'm going to have to ask you to remove it, at least a part. And if you're asking him to do so, everyone else should also follow suit. You don't sort him out as the individual that's responsible for it. Everyone else is being censored but this one individual. I don't know why, and I can't really give that much of a wild guess other than the fact that YouTube targets certain people to keep them in line, almost as if this is like the movie Get Out. You can be #1 trending, but just remember, who runs you, boy? Not just YouTube doing that, but companies do that all the time. I'll also tell you this. YouTube is incredibly sexist. A woman can come up here and get away with literally everything. But that woman also has to represent a certain ideology, and that ideology is what? Liberalism. Liberalism. Always accept it. You go here and demean men and flash your bra and panties. Hell, you can even flash underneath what's underneath the bra and panties if you want to. Open display. I've run into a couple channels where they had open nudity of a woman painting over herself and whatnot. That seems to be allowed. And no, it wasn't cold outside, but those things were open on display. Now, you already know what I'm talking about. Her page ain't get flagged down at all. Promoting all forms of nudity. You got all forms of these sex account spammers. You got the spammers that pretend that they are big creators. They will show up in your comment section and pretend that they are you. There was even, not was, there still is a bot account on Twitch currently right now pretending to be Markiplier. Call itself Mackerplier. Goes into your comments, spies on you. And if you say something that is questionably, I guess, against certain rules or aspects of Twitch, guess what Twitch is going to do? Shut your channel down. But they are openly targeting non-liberal minded male streamers. Female streamers, they could just pretty much get away with anything. And I'm sure you guys have already seen and heard about the woman who had open sex live with no punishment other than probably, what, a week? I think it was a week or 3 days. I don't know. You know, she only got a slap on the wrist, but it's like, when is she ever going to be perma-banned? Twitch openly promotes sex and stuff like that. And it's not too different from YouTube. These people do these heinous crimes and content violations. In certain instances where you're targeting people who are clean cut, straight edge, they don't want to break any of your rules or laws. They even edit their videos to where things are censored. Curse words are bleeped. You know, bleepity bleep bleep. That's all you might hear throughout the scene. So much bleeps that you might think your smoke detector is going off. But in this instance, I will say the smoke detector has went off. You guys choose you want to have smoke with the wrong people. Is this planned to go after this brother? Well, again, they are asserting their power. They're making sure that he understands they are still running the show here. There is something interesting I will mention in this here this here event that's happening regarding YouTube and the accusations that he has given to them, saying if they are racism and favorites. There is a lot of the time where he has left for a while, come back, and they have been targeting this man, hitting his videos with either a strike or some form of, I guess, restriction of some kind. Not sure why, but they've been striking the hell out of this man. You want to know who they've also targeted with a strike or restriction? And definitely shadow banning the hell out of this man, PewDiePie. You know, I don't really see PewDiePie's videos like that unless I actually see like a blue dot that might be hovering over his name on the side of the screen, the left side of the screen. And sometimes I don't even see that. The bell will be rung, but that bell stopped ringing. That bell don't work anymore, bro. Hear it all the time. Hit the notification bell in case you need to have a update and see if I've made some new content. I'd say, sure, I'll do that. Bet. All right, you're gonna definitely get me ringing that bell. I ring the bell. Notifications up. Guess what happens later on? 3 things. The notification bell is unrung because they will stop me from ringing that bell. They will unsubscribe me from that individual who I am subscribed to. Or the bell is rung and I'm still subscribed, but it doesn't even give me a notification that say this content creator has made any content. Hmm. In the case of PewDiePie, subscribe, hit the bell and all. His content does not get advertised to me on my phone nor my PC. Not even in my email. I don't see any of that. Now, it wouldn't have anything to do with PewDiePie's conservative-ish views, right, YouTube? Because that would be rather interesting. Even if you have an independent view, guess what YouTube is going to do? Stop the algorithm from even promoting your videos. Is either you're liberal or you ain't even deserving to have a voice. That's just what it is. These are the people who also want to promote YouTube Black, or support hashtag support black creators, or black awareness, or what was it? Black greatness. Hold up. I'm going to look past Jacksepticeye's video because he has a very risky thumbnail that I do not want to afflict my channel. I don't have a strike on this channel, but you damn well believe that looking at that will definitely give me a strike.
I'm going to
play this last part right quick.
stay on the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable?
Which I just got done talking about.
I have no problem being punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start, like, when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because I'm like getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide with that situation. But that's just what it is. Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned, or they, like, they start like not sending my videos out to my subscribers, or a couple months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos, we know why.
Oh, I definitely know, bro.
We know why. I mean, those shadows behind the scenes, they control it all.
Let me go ahead and tell you guys a little something on TikTok. Can y'all believe? And my name on TikTok used to exist by the name of SabieYama, SabieYama 2. There were so many accounts that I've made on there, and I have gotten banned, and I've lost the name. I can't remember the names anymore. True Independent, but it's SabieYama 2, SabieYama 3, True Independent, Official SabieYama, Kagito Yama, Sabie the God, it was pronounced that. But oh my God. I have an approximate number of 12 to 13 accounts banned from there. Now, it's not surprising because TikTok did come from a communist country. That's expected. I'm not surprised from their activities. It's funny because The majority of the time, whenever I'm being banned, they told me it was harassment and bullying, hate speech, and whatnot. How is it hate speech whenever I'm defending myself in a video against someone that's hating on me? These are people that will do something to you. If you say something back in return, they will make it so that you're the bad guy if you give a response. How dare you defend yourself, boy? Who do you think you are? You don't have any rights around here. Freedom of speech? No, we don't practice that. We only practice that if only you support our interests, our corporate interests, and our political interests. I gotta get this off my chest as well. I went from 0 followers to 50,000 in under a week. When they realized that I was getting too high so fast on that official SabieYama account, what happened one day when I woke up in the morning is that I was immediately banned. Guess what the accusation was? Promoting extremism. Because I've made a video about how fake and absolutely hateful BLM is. They don't care about BLM. Let's be real, bro. They don't care. They don't care about Black lives at all. Did I say they don't care about BLM before? No, they don't care about Black lives at all. I don't know why black folks, there are some black folks that fall for the okie doke and they represent them, and I probably think I know why. Because they're mostly generated or run by black women. Lesbian women at that. There's no reason for any man to have any form of ties with this group. And if you do, you're a beta and a simp and a cuck, and I'm going to advise you to stop. This group runs around and they are all over the place on TikTok. If you do not speak on something that supports democratic rhetoric, they will actually flag you down and tell you that you are either someone who is guilty of 1, nudity, 2, hate speech, 3, harassment and bullying if you ever do give a response back to their hateful claims that you are an Uncle Tom bootlicking sellout. But I love my country. You shouldn't love your country. Take your flag down. What the hell are you doing with that flag? Representing RBG. It's them in a nutshell. They don't care about you, black folks. There's no reason as to why you would even come to the support of this group that does not support you. They don't care about you. They never cared about you. In fact, they want to stay away from you as much as they can be possible. I mean, you in particular can stay away from them. They always want your money, though. Thanks for the donation. Feel free to put some more into the collection pot. They will tell me that white men are the most evilest group of people on earth, while being the same people who are censoring me. I didn't get censored by anyone white, but I know who did, though. It was you, so-called BLM pro-black activist folks. It was you. I'm not saying that that has any form of correlation with this here video of what Corey is doing, but it's not too far-fetched. It's not too far-fetched. What if there are some other black folks that do not want to see this man be number one anymore on the trending? We're tired of seeing this dude up here trending. It should have been me up there. Let's go ahead and flag this dude right quick, man. Take this dude down. Hey, yo, flag this man. Who he think he is? He think he the king of YouTube? Let's go ahead and take him down. It's not too far-fetched. There's some dudes like that exist. Did you guys forget about Judas that quick? What did Judas do with Jesus? What about what Esau did to Jacob? You notice how history loves to repeat itself? It's there for you to read. If you don't read it, you are doomed to repeat it. YouTube may be favorites, maybe picking favorites, and could be picking certain races that they agree to. But sometimes it also could be in the people who are following you the most, the ones that are closer to you. Could be also your worst enemy. I'm not saying that you should probably cut ties from people and be paranoid, man. I am telling you, though, to watch your back. I am a Corey Kenshin supporter. I'm subscribed to this man. Definitely not one of those folks that will even give this man anything close to a flag. And if anything, I will give him a donation better than that. I would rather be giving you $100 or $200 donation. Why would I even waste my time on flagging you and taking you down and doing all that type of BS? However, I did go through that. A few of my biggest followers ended up flagging me down. I didn't know why. People claim to be conservatives, they claim to be independents, and then come to find out these are the same people who are responsible for flagging down contents of other people's pages like mine. I didn't ask for their help. I didn't ask for them to follow me, and if they didn't like me, they could have just stayed away from me, hit the X, and just even block me if you didn't like my content. Those people exist on TikTok and also on YouTube, also on Twitch, and as well on Twitter and on Facebook. I know what a lot of this stuff looks like. This is nothing that's new to me. I was one of the first people. I was one of the first people that Facebook wanted to censor. I'll tell you guys a lot about that. It's not for this video. This is a lot to unpack regarding that. I'll just tell you, I was one of the first, if not the first individuals who had to suffer of cancel culture and regarding Facebook. And all this from someone who has made blogs on his own channel. I didn't bother anybody. I didn't follow anybody like that. I didn't even talk to anybody like that. Didn't give insults or nothing. I don't know people like that. I'm an introvert to a certain degree. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people that is outside of my circle. And my circle is very tiny. How tiny? A freaking dot on a piece of paper. Good luck trying to fit in, because that's a very small space, my guy. These things exist, though. Have your friends, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Why is it at times it'll be your enemies that'll be your least haters? They want to see you become great or greater than who they are. Because if they are your enemies, it's because you're competing with them. And I say, phew, well, I mean, you're an adversary to me. You're competing against me. I say, bring it. We're one-upping each other. In the midst of our insults. Trying to be better than the other. While your friend is right next to you, silently plotting against you. Taking down your content, and you don't even know it. And before you know it, it's too late. That's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. Sucks. It really does. I can't even say that I agreed to the testament that I've taken these people in to be friends. They're not really friends, so to speak. I knew that they were only just followers up until they wanted to turn into followers no more. And another reason that raised my antennas about this people is because whenever I told them to follow me elsewhere, such as Twitch, and I do remember the old days where I used to have like hype trains and sub goals and subathon. Excuse me, I said that wrong. I don't know what the hell is a sub goal. I think there is a sub goal, but I don't know. I can't remember. Used to have subathons. There used to be a hype train. I used to be someone that experienced a hype train. Not daily, but there was some times that it did go down. I used to have my biggest supporters. There was a guy who literally tried to plug his channel in the midst of my live stream. While saying that he was a supporter of mine, he then turned against me and then decided to say things behind my back as well as flagging down my page. And when I found that out, made another page and blocked him on both pages. Because the page that he flagged, I already knew was being hit with a shadow ban, so I couldn't make any more content like that. But that doesn't leave YouTube out of the out of the loop. It doesn't leave them off the hook. Corporations like YouTube, like Amazon, who owns Twitch, and let's not forget who owns YouTube, bro. Let's really not forget. Google is the most pro-censorship, pro-communist platform there is, bar none. Anyone who wants to argue, well, bet. I'm down with that argument. I'll even tell you that Google is pro-communist more than even TikTok. Yes, sir. Because what Google will do is that they will ban you for life. TikTok allows me to still have an account there. But we already know why, because they are fishing for information. Or harvesting information, not fishing. They're harvesting information from Americans to bring it back to the CCP. And people can take this information. The government can take this information from over there and sell it off to companies to where they know exactly who you are, what to advertise to you, how to track you down in case they want to accuse you of a crime you didn't commit and all that stuff. Know plenty of them about that as well. Now, a lot of this stuff sounds scary to you guys, but it probably shouldn't, because there's a lot more of us than them. But it's like, why would you be scared of a people that you're greatly outnumbering any damn way? It doesn't make sense. If you find corporations like YouTube engaging into some pretty shady stuff, you do realize you can fight up against that. So it strikes me as weird whenever I find people with like a large following that's so afraid to even say something about YouTube's I should say insubordination at this point. Because the people are the ones who created YouTube. This corporation wouldn't be anything without people. Nothing without you. It knows it's nothing without you. So what they will then try to do is make advertisements and add features to try to bring you back for in case you might think there's an alternative platform that's better than this, and let me go to that one instead of staying on YouTube. YouTube will make things to try to appease you and bring them and reel them to them, such as what he just mentioned and what he will mention in a minute here. Let me play this.
They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now. They could hide my videos. They could shadow ban me, not send my videos out to anybody. That's why I thought long and hard before I recorded this, but...
Oh, it was at this part. Okay, let me play this then.
Do you know how condescending and how many are black? Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube try and do? They try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight. And do you know how condescending and patronizing that is? Oh, yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action.
There has been a multiple time where I had to tell this weirdo white liberal fat white woman or white man who is so far left that he again fell off the cliff and went south to just straight authoritarianism and become the fascist that he seems to hate, that's going on with every other party, even though there's no fascism that's being exercised other than what he practices in. He will then try to assume that you are supporting people who are that. So this man or woman will then show up to any of my profiles that I may create and then try to pander to me that why am I supporting this individual when they are racist? I'm like, oh, okay, if they are racist, then I agree. Yeah, they are racist and so are you. Well, what's racist about me? Because you think I don't know the definition, or rather, you think I don't know any better and I need your help. Why would you think I would need your assistance to determine if someone is worthy of my support or not? Then I threw my Trump hat on and was like, you see this hat? I know you guys don't like particular blacks wearing this hat or coming to the support of this man. Now, you seeing me with this hat, I love to see what you are going to either do or say something about me wearing this hat. Go ahead. Do you want to know what happened shortly after that? My video was flagged for hate speech. I did an appeal. It didn't go through. So I can't have my own voice. But this condescending social justice warrior weirdo can speak for me in a country where I'm supposed to have the freedom to speak on my own behalf. I don't need you to represent me. In fact, I know we have a system of representatives, and if you want to represent me so bad, run for office and run for a particular position where you are ideal. Mr. I want to represent you, Mr. Black Man. And there are some cases where women were trying to do that, so I'm speaking in a masculine sense at this point in time. So I do remember the names of these creators who tried to speak out for me. Forcibly. Telling me that you don't deserve to have your voice. I need your voice, though. Let me be your voice. I want to represent you, black man. Let me speak for you. I know you're suffering, and despite how I say I'm not suffering, I don't get to suffer anywhere. I don't face any form of problems. I'm not getting suppressed or oppressed. I don't know what this even means. I'm not someone that lives a victimized mentality to where I'm looking at myself and imagining a target on my back every damn day I walk outside. For a man to even think like this, you have become soft. You have given up your adventure in being a man. But it almost seems to me like this group, at a large margin, has been festering around YouTube for a very long time. But they first started existing over there at Facebook. They migrated over here to YouTube. Migrated over there to Instagram. Then to TikTok. They've been around for a very long time. People just really didn't say much about them. Social justice warrior is code for communist. Let's be real. These people don't want you to talk. They don't want you to speak on your own behalf. They just think you shouldn't have any form of representation at all. Says screw you and screw you or your voice. We don't need to hear from you. They need to hear from me. Stop talking and let me represent you. And if you don't want me to do that, then your rights don't matter. As if it did in the first place, because this dude wants to absolve me of my rights to speak in the first place. To people who want to jump from YouTube and go to Twitch, Twitch is no better. It really is no better. And you see the controversy happening on Twitch where there was a woman found having sex on live. She only got a slap on the wrist, man. Only a slap on the wrist. But if a man comes on there and he has his shirt remotely midriff, you don't have to be fully naked. He could just be reaching underneath for a scratch, to scratch an itch. banned and perma banned. What more can I say about this? What more can I say? There is a lot of corruption happening, but people show a weird way of how unsatisfied they are with the current state of affairs that's happening on these social platforms. Because I don't see you guys up in arms and saying this is wrong and it shouldn't happen again, and telling these companies, let me go ahead and stop you right there, because you guys are living off of our taxes too. Yeah. Not only are you living off of our taxes, but we're the ones who help you exist as a platform. You would be nothing without the people. At least that's what I would be expecting that people would say. But I don't see them engaging into a lot of that, man. As always, I don't want to jeopardize the state of my channel. I'm afraid to say this because I don't want my channel to be flagged down. And I understand you to a certain point, because this is your full-time job. This is what you're doing for a living. You make videos, you make content, you play games, and you get these things shown on stream or even out of stream. It could be like a pre-made video where you made a recording and you're hoping people to view it and give you likes and shares and stuff. You could be possibly someone that's just trying to be something of yourself, but you know what confuses me about that though? Despite how much money there are a lot of you folks that have gotten 1 million subscribers plus have made, one thing that I do not like that y'all do is that you don't make your own platform. You don't invest very well into it. You just, I don't know what happened. You started settling. Excuse me, I knocked the shit out of my microphone. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sure my microphone is tired of me knocking it out. I'm hitting my microphone on accident and I don't mean to. I'm thinking, my microphone is thinking that it's like a speed bag now at this point, because I'm knocking it out. So, sorry for the hurting of the ears of people who listen to the stream, but anyway. But you guys need to make your own social platform. You need to make your own social platform, man. All my videos here are green lit. I'm just hoping that Jacksepticeye screenshot ain't gonna hit me with a friggin' possible, whatchamacallit? the friggin' strike. Hopefully not. No offense to the brother, but you might wanna take it easy on the thumbnails, man. But you guys need to have your own social platform. There would have been something happening with Mixer, but I don't know what the hell happened to that. I don't know why did it go bankrupt. I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know what's going on with that. It would be nice if Rumble had it so that it had integration with things like Streamlabs and what's the other one? XSplit. If Rumble was integrated and had a better UI for people to join in, it would be so much better, man. For people that's good at making UIs, help Rumble out, please. Rumble could be so much better. There's no reason as to why Rumble looks like it came out of the stone ages of the internet right now. It's not bad, but it ain't good either. It could be so much better. Hell, I'll even do it. You know, hire me and I'll make your UI look so much better. Share this video with the executive of Rumble and tell him to hit me up, and I got him. All I need to do is get one call and I'll be like, bet. Bet. You could kiss your Stone Age version of the internet Rumble version goodbye. I will fix that joint up so much so to where you won't even recognize the way it looks. Now, of course, you could keep your green look. That green is nice. It's real nice. But yeah, we're going to make that stuff look good. It's going to look real good. Now, I'm not going to make it look like YouTube, because YouTube is still confusing to me. And not only confusing, but it's also annoying to work around, because it's buggy. How buggy? YouTube bugs is annoying. Even when you're loading up here, the buffering time at times will make it seem like you crashed and you didn't. It's just how bad YouTube services is. This is why I keep harping on about and praising over the fact that we need better competition than YouTube. We need better competition. I'm sure Corey has way more than enough money to invest into, and he's absolutely sure he can make his own social platform, and I'm sure it'll boom. Now, aside of that booming, this man will take his followers over there and everyone else's followers over there. You know, everyone else will turn that social platform into something way bigger than what YouTube is, and I'm sure it'll work. It'll be successful. But no, there was an instance that was mentioned, a certain something mentioned in the show Stranger Things that I got done looking at the other day. Some people rather enjoy the curtain. They don't care what's behind the curtain. They just enjoy the show. They enjoy the entertainment and the drama that's happening. So I do believe that too. All this stuff that's happening, folks that are saying in the comments saying it sucks that this is happening to you, they don't genuinely. And let's be real. If they really meant it, whenever he was attacked the first time, would you? Where was this person's help to stop this from even happening? Like, if this sucks that this is happening to this individual, where are you helping? Where's your help? Where's your help? You need to give a helping hand, bruh. America's turned into a country of weaklings, and this is pissing me off. And this is one of the main reasons why making videos like this gives me a migraine. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, do whatever it is you want to do. I can't force you. Just help a brother out, you know? And until then, I'm going to be back right after this. I'm going to set up things and prepare myself to play some games. I think we're going to get into a game of Smite and have me a good old time.